Going back and looking at what happened to Xbox in 2013 and sort of beyond, I always felt like Xbox got a pretty raw deal, to say the least. Although Microsoft was doing a lot to kind of make people take notice of Xbox and things like that, I still thought that, a lot of people were very upset with what Xbox was doing. They weren't taking Xbox seriously. They really wanted Microsoft to, I guess, leave the industry. I felt like for a long time that there were certain media outlets that really just wanted Microsoft out, and that was a big excuse for them to sort of get them out of the industry. And it didn't work, although it almost worked from what we know right now. But at the same time, when we look at this and we go, okay, how have they evolved? How have they changed? I think Microsoft has really come a long way, especially in the content category. They've also turned everything around in terms of, Xbox One was very much a console that was underpowered, and Xbox had predicated itself as being powerful. And so now they've got that back going for them. Obviously Xbox One X started that. Xbox Series X continues that. And looking forward, we see that there's some big differences. Like for me, you see Microsoft doesn't really, if I'm looking at where Microsoft is lacking right now, I would honestly say, okay, well, they seem to be lacking very much in the advertising department, right? And that's just, I'm not trying to hate, that's just the truth of the matter, right? Their advertising is non-existent. We don't see those big campaigns. Remember the Gears of War one, the song and the piano song, and and the Halo ones, and all the different ones, and even the Xbox One. Remember they had the zombies and the Titan and all. It was great. It was amazing. Well, they've been missing that. They've been lacking that, so to speak. And now it looks like it is back on the menu, which I think is absolutely fantastic and continues to really prove that Microsoft is going all out. I don't know what the deal is, what the holdup was with why didn't do this before. Maybe it was because they were just kind of letting status quo be while the Activision stuff for the last couple of years was kind of simmering. But any way you look at it, I think this is very, very cool to see. And, again, I think we're starting to see a new Microsoft strategies now that they own Activision. So they've ramped up a new holiday marketing campaign with Wake Up and Dream trailer. A live-action trailer features Starfield, Forza Motorsport, and Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm going to link this so you can check it out. The trailer's debuted today, and it's going to be on Thursday Night Football on Prime Video and air globally over the coming months. According to Microsoft, it's an immersive adventure story inspired by gamers and their dreams, going beyond imagination, capturing the fun, joy, community, and love we all share for our favorite games and epic gaming moments experienced with friends. The trailer features custom score by Sun Lux, a BAFTA-nominated band and Academy Award nominee for the musical score to the film Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Xbox Power Your Dreams brand kicked off in 2020 ahead of the Series X and S launch the following months. And Xbox has just embarked on a new chapter after closing its almost $70 billion Activision Blizzard buyout last week, in what was Microsoft's and the game industry's biggest deal to date. The acquisition saw Microsoft take control of franchises including Call of Duty, Warcraft, Diablo, and establish significant foothold in mobile gaming, notably with the addition of Candy Crush maker King. Other developers which have joined Xbox Game Studios as part of the deal including Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Sledgehammer Games, Treyarch, Toys for Bob, Beanox, and High Moon Studios. Microsoft's head of gaming recently discussed how the company's plans to approach utilizing Activision Blizzard's back catalog of games. Phil Spencer said he would be fully supportive of studios revisiting older titles if that was the direction they wanted to take, because he said, and I quote, "I think that's just an amazing trove of things that we could go through and touch again," but suggested doing so wasn't something that Xbox would mandate. So obviously, they don't want to have too many cooks in the kitchen, but it is nice to see that that is something that they are definitely taking advantage of. I would love to see new Tony Hawk, Spyro, Crash, maybe see if Toys for Bob can do the remake thing for Banjo-Kazooie, something along, maybe Conquer. Let's get something rolling for Xbox out of this as well. They did a phenomenal job with the Crash Bandicoot games and stuff like that, the remake. So I definitely think we could see something like that come to fruition. Would be really cool. At the end of the day, seeing Microsoft go full tilt with the advertising is a change of pace. It's like, I always thought, okay, so Microsoft bought Bethesda for, $8 billion. Now they're buying, they were attempting to buy Call of Duty for, 70 billion, or Activision as a whole. So why weren't they advertising for shit, right? Like, seriously. There wasn't a huge advertising blitz for Starfield. There wasn't a huge, was that because it's a game that they bought and it's going to be, an exclusive, and they didn't want to pimp that at a time when they were still trying to win over people? And, I don't really know, so it's sort of, we're looking at this and going, things change. Everything is kind of different than what we expected it to be at the time, but Microsoft has really come out of their shells and done a really fantastic job, in my opinion, of making sure that gamers have plenty to play and, having plenty of the content in the future. And I feel like that is incredible to see. It's rare to see as well, because everybody's so quick to kind of jump on the Nintendo bandwagon or the PlayStation bandwagon. They forget, they act like Xbox hasn't had anything suddenly, and this is the weirdest damn flex I've ever seen, or attempted flex to hate or whatever. But to me anyway, why is it that people are actually trying to downplay games that are scoring in the 80s and mid 80s at that, Metacritic, as if that's something bad, right? I honestly have no clue how that happens or why that happens, and to be quite clear about it, I think that it very much proves that there is a situation where how we've kind of seen these things handled. Microsoft clearly has a very good idea with this Wake Up and Dream kind of campaign. I thought it was pretty well done. Showing some games, showing Starfield, Hellblade 2, Forza, Cyberpunk. I don't know if this was strictly first party, obviously, since they showed Cyberpunk. It wasn't, but it was nice to see, and nice to see that Microsoft is still going with this kind of stuff. I'm glad to see them step back into the whole advertising thing. I would like to see them actually seem like they really give a damn about what's going on, because so far we haven't really seen them do that in terms of the console. Like, yeah, we can tell that they care about stuff, but it seemed like, they were really pushing the cloud and stuff like that. They thought that was going to be this thing, and then it turns out it wasn't. So it is nice to see them kind of push console, and I think they're refocusing on console, because that's where you're going to get everything going. That's where things kind of start rolling for you. So I hope that we see continued good vibes to the console. Would love to see that. With that being said, I'm going to link this. You can check it out. Let me know what you all think. I am The Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. I appreciate everyone watching. Give me a good thumbing, a liking, and subscribe if you haven't already. Would appreciate that. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.